Okay, well, a very good morning from Phuket, and today I'm over in Bang Tao. Now, the last time I was here was 6 months ago, and the picture 6 months ago was not great. So today we're going to take a look at Bang Tao, the area, and see what's changed over the last 6 months. But I can tell you already there has been some very, very big changes, and Bang Tao is looking way, way better than what it was 6 months ago. Now, if you don't know that video, go and check it out. But I actually stopped halfway through making that Bang Tao video because everywhere was closed and it was such a depressing picture over here. I just simply didn't want to carry on making the video at that point, so I sort of finished it around this area. So this is where I'm going to pick it up from. Now, this area that I'm in at the minute is I guess it was a small collection of shops. Now, not all of the shops have reopened as yet, but right behind me you can see what I think is some tourists, and they're asking about motorbikes behind. So there's a motorbike rental shop that's opened up there since I was last here, which is great to see, and the guys there behind me are trying to sort out a deal for a week, so they're looking for a motorbike for a week. And then round the other side there isn't really a lot of life there. The units are still here, but they're not reopened up, unfortunately. However, as I've said, there has been some changes. Now, if you take a look at the video that I did before, this whole area here, nothing was open, but there is now a shop across the road which we've just bought a bottle of water from. As I've mentioned, there is a motorbike hire shop, so if you're coming to Bang Tao, you're going to be able to get some motorbikes. You're going to be able to hire the motorbikes. What a cap? How much for the Z per day? Yes. How much?
300.
300. This guy's on holiday and he's trying to do a deal here. Okay, how much for the Z?
800 baht per day, right?
800 for the 250. Oh, okay, lovely. And the scooters, how much they start?
300 baht per day.
300 baht. Okay, thank you very much. I won't disturb you anymore. Okay, well, as you can see, there is some hire shops here. I've noticed one or two, and that's waiting for me over there because I'm going to go a little bit of a walk around in this area. Now, the problem with Bang Tao is he's a little bit spread out. You have got a small collection of shops in this area that we're at the moment. As you can see, there's some empty units over there. They were empty 6 months ago, and just along this road as well, there's one, I think, now that's open. It isn't open at the minute because it's a bar. I think they're probably open later in the day, but there is actually a unit there. But the rest are still closed, unfortunately. But here, all these are open that are in front of me now. We've got massage shops. We've got a mini mart that's open. That's great to see. I'm going to walk the other way as well because there's some shops down there. So you just have to bear with me because I've only just started. I wanted to start somewhere different rather than on the beach. So what a gap! Because as everybody knows, Bang Tao Beach is fantastic, and I've taken a look at the Laguna area this morning and that's looking a lot better. So I'm going to do a video in the next coming weeks on the Laguna area, and I did a quick short video for my Facebook group this morning from the Laguna Beach, or I think it's called Pang Beach or something similar. It's got a few names, but anyway, I started off down there and the beaches are looking fantastic. But today I'm going to finish on Bang Tao Beach because there's an area down there that looks particularly nice. All the bars are open and restaurants. In front of me now we have a mini mart that wasn't open 6 months ago, so we've got that, and then we've got some massage shops further down. There's a resort that's open that looks really nice, and I'm really pleased now to see these areas coming back to life. And somebody mentioned on my Facebook group, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that it can tell my mood's changed, and that's because we've got a more positive atmosphere now. We've got massage shops here now open. The lady's a little bit shy there. It's what it cap. They don't want to be on video. We've got this resort that's open as well. This looks really nice. Haven't stayed here, don't know much about it. Hello, mate. Got a dog there walking down the soil, and that looks really nice. Some nice pool in there. It looks like one large pool. It might be a couple. I don't know much about it. There you go. That's open. clearly open, people staying there. And then we've got some more restaurants. There's a small restaurant here that looks like it's open because there's tables and chairs outside. Again, there wasn't anything about 6 months ago, but these look like they're open. They're not open at the minute because it's still quite early in the morning. It's about 11:30, something like that, but there's a board outside, so clearly they are open. They do a barbecue buffet there for 249 baht, so they must be open. And then there's a club. Again, I don't know whether that's open because of the outside isn't that tidy, but it might be. And then further along there's a laundry shop and a few more shops and small restaurants, and then that covers this sort of part of Bang Tao. And then I'm going to walk back to where Nat is waiting for me because there's another area around the other side. And then we're going to have to jump back on the motorbike because, as I said, it is spread out, unfortunately, Bang Tao. But of course, one of the benefits of staying in Bang Tao is you not only have, of course, Bang Tao, but you're only literally 2 or 3 minutes on a scooter from Surin Beach, which I've covered just last week on my channel. So obviously you know about Surin, and Surin is looking a lot better. And I'm talking about the town, not just the beach. There's a lot more businesses. I would say 95% of the businesses in Surin are now open and trading. But on top of Surin, of course, you're not that far away from Chern Talay, which I've already covered I think it was a few months ago. But I showed that there was a lot of life in Chern Talay. Most of the businesses were open then, and they are now. I would say 99% of the businesses in Chern Talay are all open. Very few are closed. So you've got a lot of facilities. Let me just cross over the road there because we've got a little bit of music on and I don't want that to get put onto the soundtrack. So yeah, so what I was saying is Chern Talay, I would say 99% of the businesses in Chern Talay are now all open. So you've got all those shops, you've got all those restaurants to use, as well as the Bang Tao area. And then on top of Chern Talay, you've also got the Laguna area. I mean, we're only a few minutes away from these areas, literally on a bike. I'm not talking about walking, but I'm talking about if you're hiring a bike, or you've got a car, or maybe even a taxi, because it's not that far and it's not going to cost the earth. I know taxis can be expensive. Let me just keep an eye on what's coming around me because this area is a little bit busier, as I say, than last time. Nat just in front of me there, waiting patiently. So today is Tuesday. I haven't got my phone in front of me, so I haven't got the date, but it's Tuesday, and of course it's Nat's day off. So she's come over to take a look around with me, and we're going to have a quick look around the Bang Tao area and see how much it is improved. But I can tell you now there's been some big changes, and now I would definitely say consider staying in this area. A lot of the larger hotels have already opened back up, and I can see that they're open. Come on then, sweetheart, let's take a walk down here. She's busy on her phone, not quite sure what she's doing. So we've just come from down there, and we came from the left hand side, and I've come back to where we originally started, this motorbike area and that. And come on then, Nat just sitting there. And now we're going to go the other way because there are some more shops, restaurants, massage stuff, etc, as you will see. You can already see some people there. The child's got a blow up inflatable thing for the beach. So there are some tourists around here, which is nice to see. And as I've said, last time I was here, literally there was nothing open, and I just decided to close the recording, or cut short the video, because it was so depressing. And I'm so happy to actually see this now open back up, and lots of people about. Well, when I say lots of people about is a better word to use rather than lots of people. Another smaller resort there with the pool, some small, I guess you'd call them small villas, would you say? No, small rooms? I would say probably rooms would be better, yeah. And then moving further down, we've got a hotel, sorry, not a hotel, we've got a massage shop, Swadee Kab, and then next to the massage shop we have a restaurant, so that's great to see. You're going to be able to get some food. There's quite a well, when I say quite a few, there is a reasonable amount of restaurants that look like they're open, and of course this is quite still early in the morning, so there's some places not opened up. They're probably open in the afternoon, early evening, because of course it's not packed at the moment. Another seaside resort there, the Andaman Seaside Resort, that's open. Oh, and we've got the Bang Tao. Nat just pointed The Tao Beach Resort and Spa. This is open now. So that's the Best Western Premier. Okay. I quite like Best Western because I stayed at a Premier thing before and had some good service from them. And that's wanting to have a wander down here. So we're going to go down. This is going towards the beach. I actually wanted to wander down the shops, but we will go down there in a moment. Let's just take a side trip down here and see what's down here. What's down here, Nat? We got private beach resort and restaurant open, the sign, and then we got the beach. As I mentioned, the beach here at Bang Tao, that is one of its strong points. Has a fantastic beach. It does blend into Layam Beach, which is part of the Laguna area, Laguna Beach, or whatever you want to call it. It's a very, very long beach here in Bang Tao, and it's lovely, to be honest. It's great because it doesn't drop away sharply when you sort of enter the water. Unlike Surin. Surin gets deep quite quickly. Again, I did a thing last week on Surin. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out. But this is just fantastic. I mean, look at this. Of course, you've got a beach club right on the edge of the beach there. And then I should mention that most of the beach clubs now are open and trading. I have noticed this morning the Catch Beach Club, which is here in Bang Tao, and I think that's it over there in the distance. That is open and trading. We've got this big resort that's open, and as I've mentioned and showed before on the channel, Bang Tao Beach, it really is a beautiful beach. There's no doubt about it. You can see for yourself. This area, not too many sunbeds, so you're going to get an area where you've got sunbeds further down, and then over there's also a lot of sunbeds, and we will finish up on this beach as I mentioned, and that area where there is a lot of sunbeds, but there are areas where there aren't. So if you're not a big fan of sunbeds, you're going to be able to find these areas where you can have your own space and just sit on the actual beach or walk along it like you can see people doing. I can see jet skis out there on the water, which again is great to see. I know there's a lot of controversial stuff about the jet skis here in Phuket. A lot of people saying they're full of scams and everything. I don't want to get into all that side of it. It's just really nice to see these things back here because it's been such a long time since we've seen any real life or activity, even in the beach areas. It's just fantastic to see people coming back and see people having businesses, even these traders on the beach. You know, at one time they used to really irritate me because they can get on your nerves when there was a lot of them, but honestly now I'm really pleased to see them back because it's been so long since I've seen them. It's like the markets here in Phuket. Slowly they're starting to come back. Not all the markets are open, but many of them are. And it's surprising how you miss them when they're not available. So let's now make our way back into, I'm not going to call it a town because it's not really big enough to be called a town, but we're going to move back towards where the shops are and the restaurants. Take a look around there. Okay, so I've just arrived back to the, I guess you call it the main road. It's only a small road, but I've just arrived back here. And I just want to show you across the road. There you can see an exchange booth open, which again, little things make me smile because again, they've been shut for a long, long time. So you're going to be able to exchange money here in Bang Tao without having to go into any of the main areas. How many exchange booths are open currently? I don't know. Taxi services, of course, here. Plenty of massage shops now, I can see, just walking around in this area. Swadika. So lots and lots of massage shops to pick from, quite a few. And then I don't think this Family Mart is currently open, which is a bit of a shame. We've got street vendors, of course, selling food, which again is really nice to see because they haven't been about for a long time in a lot of areas of Phuket, and that really shows you how bad it was when even the street vendors are not open. I think, let me just, there's a restaurant there, that's open, I can see. It looks like a restaurant, small. Huh? Oh, is it a hotel? Nat said she thinks it's a hotel. Not quite sure what that is then. But whatever it is, it's open. Another massage shop open. As I've mentioned, this Family Mart isn't open, but I have seen two Family Marts in this area that are now open. So in fact, the Family Mart that I finished the Bang Tao video on from 6 months ago was open then and is still open now. So that's a Family Mart. It's quite a larger one than this one. This one's only a small one. Again, shop here, which is nice to see. Got all the stuff, souvenirs, hats and stuff. for the beach and stuff that you're going to get for the kids, I suppose. If you're coming over here with a family, you've got a shop there selling stuff. There's a bar next door to that that's open even now, so that's good for the evening time, because of course people are interested, what is there to do here in the evening time? Before, there wasn't a lot. I'm not really watching where I'm going. I'm trying to film as much as I possibly can, but there are a few places open. There's a bar stroke restaurant called the Beer Garden that's open. I can see the guy smiling there because he's just watched me walk past talking to myself. Again, another massage shop and a salon shop doing nails, a spa. So I don't know what they do in there, but all different things. Again, another shop selling hats and beach stuff, which is great. Another exchange that isn't open at the minute. Okay, sorry. I'm having to walk in the middle of the road because obviously I'm trying to capture as much as I can on the camera. We've got a suit shop, and then we've got an Irish coffee shop, bar, restaurant. Not sure what that is. It's called the Irish, is it? Yeah, Irish coffee restaurant. Okay, well, clearly you can see that's open. There's a gentleman in there sitting and taking coffee, I guess. They do food in there, which again is great to see. So there are now facilities here in Bang Tao. You're going to be able to find shops open, restaurants, lots of hotels of course open, beach clubs if that's what you want. I'm going to stop around here now, and we're going to then jump further up, because as I've said, the Bang Tao area is actually quite spread out, so we need to jump on the bike and we're going to jump further up. Now I'm probably going to go down to where we've come from, which is really Bang Tao Beach, or the main part of the beach. I don't know, I mean, again, it's down to your own opinion which is the main part, because as I've said, Bang Tao Beach is very, very long. But this section here, I would say, is where most of the shops and restaurants are situated. There are a few more further along the road the opposite way than what we're looking at the moment, because this is the way we've just walked up. But I'm glad to tell you now, as you've seen, there is some life now here in Bang Tao. So I'll be back to you in a moment. Okay, so we've just arrived here down at the actual beach, Bang Tao Beach. We had a bit of a unscheduled stop, and we were walking back to the bike to come here, and Nat decided to have some food because there was a little vendor originally from Ubon, and he was doing som tam and also grilled chicken, and it smelled absolutely gorgeous. So we decided to have some food. The som tam was 50 baht, and I had the grilled chicken, which was really nice. He said it was Ubon chicken, as he called it, or chicken Ubon, and that was 60 baht, and it was really delicious. I did take some pictures. I didn't do any video because I'm not here to do food, but if you want to see those pictures, they'll be in my Facebook group. Now, I know there's a lot of members of my YouTube channel, or followers of my YouTube channel, that do ask me whether I've got any other avenues that they can follow me on rather than Facebook, because not everybody likes Facebook and wants to sign up for Facebook. And there is now I have my own website through Tumblr, so I will put the link in the description down below. And also, if you haven't joined my Facebook group and you want to follow me via Facebook, then I shall put that link down there as well. But for now, let's take a look at Bang Tao Beach. So I've just come to this area. As I've mentioned earlier, Bang Tao is rather spread out. Now, to me, this is probably the main area because there's the most restaurants on the beach in this area. I mean, some people might disagree with me and say, well, the other area is the main area. We've actually come past the Catch Beach Club further along and then come down into this area, which has lots of sunbeds. There's massage on the beach, lots of bars and restaurants, plenty of places to get some food here. As you will see, Nat's just there waiting for me. And there you can see there's a bar there that's open, lots and lots of sunbeds. There's a few people on the sunbeds. As I mentioned earlier, it's not packed by any means, but it's lovely to see all these people about. And there are people about. We've got the #1 restaurant and bar here behind me, and just lots and lots of sunbeds and places to eat and drink. So for me, this is what I would call the main area of Bang Tao, but I'm sure somebody out there may disagree with me. That's fine. You know, I mean, it is spread out. Bang Tao Beach, as you can see in front of me, all the way up to the Laguna area and on into Layan Beach, I think it's called. And then we've got sprinting around. I don't want to move the camera too fast, make people giddy. But there, Bang Tao Beach really starts at the bottom, where I started the last Bang Tao video some time ago, right over there in the distance, or is it over there? It might be even over there. So it is a very, very long beach. So plenty of space, you know, on this beach, whether you want the commercial bit with all the bars and the restaurants and the sunbeds. They're all here, but there are areas of the beach that you can come to and just relax on the actual sand if that's what you prefer. Not everybody likes the commercial side, of course, of Phuket, but as you can see, plenty of places, massage, restaurants, bars. There's, of course, the beach clubs as well. As I mentioned, they're all, as far as I know, most of them now are open, if not all of the beach clubs here in Phuket. There may be one or two that haven't opened up, but the main ones are now open. We've got children in the sea, as I've said before. It's great to see, okay, not loads, but it's still great to see this going on. People over there swimming as well, or in the water. As I say, it's fairly flat, I think, this beach at Bang Tao. It doesn't drop away too sharply, unlike Surin, but of course you're only a few minutes away from Surin, so if you want to pop down to Surin Beach, you're very close to it. It's not a mile away. Waves are pretty big. I've actually remembered today to put my swimming shorts on, so I've got those on, and I'm going to have a wander into the water for a change. I'm not obviously going to do any swimming because this camera is not waterproof, but I just want to show you what it's like. The beaches, as I've mentioned before on previous videos, the beaches are fantastic. They're actually improved. One of the consolations from this situation is the ecosystem, the environment has improved because of the lack of tourists. So things like the beaches have got actually better. The water's beautifully clear on many of the beaches. And now Bang Tao is looking really, really good. I'm pleased to say lots of shops open, lots of restaurants. Not all of them, of course. There are still reminders of the situation. We're not fully out of the woods yet, but the situation getting better all the time. As people have already mentioned, you can see my mood is different. I'm a lot happier. I'm pleased to see what's going on and the island slowly recovering. I must emphasize the word slowly because it is a slow recovery, of course. It's not leaps and bounds. We have had our setbacks, but hopefully now going forward, things are just going to carry on improving. So if you're coming to this area, then great. Well, my last video on Bang Tao, I wasn't really recommending this area, not because this area is not a fantastic place to come to. It was just the time. At that time I wouldn't recommend it because there wasn't that much to do and you would be very isolated because all the surrounding areas of course were being affected, not just Bang Tao. I've actually taken my flip-flops up and now I can't see where I've left them. Have you got my flip-flops, Nat? Okay. I thought they'd disappeared into the sea then, but Nat's actually picked them up, so that's great. So now, yes, I would say Bang Tao is going to be a great area to come and stay in. Let me just check where the sun is because I don't want that right over the top of the camera. Let me just spin it round here because I've got to watch the sun, things you have to do when you're filming. People don't realise because it does affect the exposure of the camera, of course. So, as I was saying, I would now recommend Bang Tao. Beautiful area, lots to do, not 100% back to normal, not yet, but a lot better than it has been, that's for sure, over the last 6 months. And there are some things now to do, and of course easy to get into Chuntalay, lots of places open there, plenty of shopping of course to keep you occupied daytime, plenty of restaurants and bars, dare I even say nightclubs. You're going to find places open. I know there are some restrictions on the hours of bars, but shall we say not all bars follow the restrictions, so I'm not endorsing it either way. I'm just saying you are going to be able to find places open, probably past that the 11 o'clock at the moment, but things improving all the time. So I hope this has given you some positivity. If you're coming to this area in the next few months, you're going to have a fantastic time. The weather today, well, we have got sun. This morning it was very cloudy. The cloud's broken at the moment, little bit of a breeze. It's only very light, but it's very warm. I don't know whether you can see on the t-shirt, I'm sweating quite a bit because the sun's right above me. So just fantastic. So I hope this video has shown the Bang Tao in a completely different light. Let's just move off this sand because it's actually burning the bottom of my feet. So we have some massage prices there, just to give you an idea. We've got Thai massage at 300 baht for an hour. oil massage, foot massage, Thai with oil, 400 baht, etc, etc. You can see those prices there, so reasonable for this area, yes. Not the cheapest, there are cheaper places of course, but it may be a very, very good massage. People relaxing there, as I've said. Simple things make me smile now because we haven't seen it for a very long time. Nat there, she's in a good mood. We're both in a good mood at the moment, so that's good. Let me move into the shade because literally the sand is red hot. Okay, well, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm trying to find a different way of filming my videos for the channel just to make it a little bit easier so I can produce them a bit quicker, not spend so much time on the editing, because before I was spending 2, 3, maybe 4 days, and I really don't have the time at the moment. I'm trying to dedicate time to YouTube, but it is time consuming making these videos, so I'm trying a few different ways on how to do it, so I don't want to make this too long, but I hope I've given you a good look at the Bang Tao area. I may not have covered everything here in Bang Tao, but I've covered as much as I think is relevant. There are an area now where you're going to find some shopping. Okay, there's not loads, but as I've mentioned, Chuntalay's not far away, Surin's not far away, Laguna's not far away, so a really, really nice area. If you haven't checked out my Tumblr site, then go and check that out. It's very similar to Facebook and my Facebook group. I basically copy everything from my Facebook group across to my Tumblr page, and the reason I'm doing that is because a lot of people that follow me on my YouTube channel don't want to follow me on Facebook for whatever reasons they have against Facebook, and I understand. I do get frustrated with Facebook myself, so I do understand that. So if you don't want to follow me on Facebook but want to follow me outside of my YouTube channel, you can follow me on my Tumblr website. I will include the link down there, and of course now I've started putting stuff on there, and I shall in time start to vary the stuff between the two sites. So we're going to have different stuff in the group, the Facebook group, and on Tumblr. It's not just going to be a copy of it, so there may be stuff on one that isn't on the other, and vice versa. So please do join my Tumblr site if you're interested in following me. Of course, don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it, and that just leaves me to say, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the next one.